welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis, and the purpose of this channel is to inspire women to prioritize self-care despite challenges. So I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Day weekend. I hope that you received all the love that was given to you, and I hope that this is a reminder that you need to receive all the love and compliments all the time. I am at this gym. It is crowded. I want to go home. But I'm gonna go up in the gym. All I'm doing is weights because this evening I am going to do an hour walk. But I'm telling you, I just do not want to go in a crowded gym. The parking lot is full. Let me get this workout in, and then I want to talk about self-care and things that you can do to boost your mood and to show gratitude. Because sometimes when we're going through life and we feel a mess, we feel like life is falling apart, there are simple things you can do to redirect that energy. The state of the world is really heavy right now, and sometimes it can be really hard to find good things when everything seems to be crashing down and like the world is on fire. If you are in that state of mind, I would encourage you to grab a sheet of paper and a pen, start writing down everything that you have. This will redirect your energy. If you write down all the things you have, air, running water, a roof over your head, a plate, a microwave, a stove, just start writing down all these small things that you may take for granted every day. Write it down so you can visibly see it. I promise you, you will realize just how blessed you are. Some people don't realize how blessed they are because they are focused on what they don't have and the things that they want. But I just challenge you to redirect that energy. Start looking around your home, start looking around your room, and just start seeing all the things that you have. Don't focus on what you don't have right now. Focus on what's right in front of you. And another thing, the state of the world, I don't like to get into those things. I don't watch the news. Let me tell you why I don't watch the news. It's not that I'm ignoring it, but the news is in everything now. It's in sports, it's in entertainment, it's on social media. So just imagine if I'm watching the news constantly and I'm just scrolling on TikTok, I'm scrolling on Instagram, minding my business, trying to watch something funny, and then the next video pop up is what's going on in the world. I'm getting information that way. In sports, they talk about it. Just about people that we know, they talk about it. So we are getting informed of what's going on. So I'm not going to put that extra layer of watching the news. I'm not going to add to that. So if you are somebody that's watching the evening news, the morning news, try not to do that, okay? Try not to do it. This is what you need to be doing instead. Something I love to do is go to YouTube, and I like to put on like screensavers, like background, like nice scenic nature backgrounds, maybe with some soft jazz or some nature sounds. And as I'm walking through my house, each time I pass the television, I'm looking at the nature scene. I'm hearing the soft jazz. You have no idea how much that can boost your mood. Just because the world is on fire, it doesn't mean that your world have to be on fire. Find little small things to do throughout the day to boost your mood. I promise it makes a difference. So anyway, y'all, I am headed to this, I am here. I'm at this Mediterranean bakery. I forgot all about this place. I am trying to elevate my coffee experience. I don't know how I started just drinking instant coffee on a regular basis, knowing that I'm bougie when it comes to food. But girl, I'm trying to find me some real good coffee. And I remember coming here a few years ago, they gave me cardamom coffee. So I'm going to go talk to them, see what they recommend. And I'm going to give me something to eat too. This is a halal place. I hope I'm saying it correctly. If I'm not, please forgive me. But you know, they sell like Mediterranean food. So I'm going to see what they have, and I'm going to take y'all with me. So let's go. I love going to international markets and restaurants because I love learning about different cultures and trying new things. If you are located near Memphis, Tennessee, this place is in South Haven on Airways. You will find a lot of Dubai chocolate here if that's your thing. They have tons of snacks and candies to choose from. Moving on, they also had the viral ice creams. These are always trending all over social media, and honestly, they are hard to find. You won't find them in regular grocery stores. I specifically came for this right here. This is the cardamom coffee that I fell in love with when I tried it a few years back. Hands were too full, but as I was walking out, I did see that they had hair and skincare products as well. I'll be sure to capture that next time. Yeah, the people in there were so nice. It just warmed my heart. They were so friendly. I literally felt like I went to the Middle East real quick. He was so excited to tell me about the different foods and how they cook their food and about his culture. I really just appreciated that because I am a lover of different cultures and geography and just like history and the world and art and nature. I'm a lover of all of that. And I love when I have a opportunity to learn about someone else's culture. So I specifically came for the cardamom coffee. I tried this years ago. The previous owner was so kind to just let me try it. He was like, hey, do you want to try some of this cardamom coffee? He started telling me how they make it and all of that. And I fell in love with it. So I came for the cardamom coffee. The previous owner was really kind, and the new owner, he introduced himself and was letting me know that he's the new owner, and he was kind as well. So I just really appreciate that. I like that kind of stuff makes my day. I have 2 beef gyros. I have like a bunch of mint leaves. Let me take it out for y'all. Smells so good. So good. And he was explaining, like, if y'all aren't familiar with like the halal food, I hope I'm saying it right, but y'all know they don't use chemicals and additives and steroids and all of the fake food. They like to cook their food very clean and very fresh. I found these Moroccan sardines. It is in tomato sauce and hot peppers. Alexis, say it right. I have a baklava. I hope I'm saying it right. But it's basically a pastry filled with pistachios. Can't wait to try this. I've had it before from another Mediterranean restaurant. And I have some eggs. When I checked out, the man just gave me $10 off. He was like, I'm going to give you $10 off. And I was just like, that's so kind of you, thank you. But you know what my first response was in my head? No, you don't have to do that. It's okay. That was my first natural response. I didn't say it out loud, but that's what I was thinking. I just always have to remind myself, if somebody is trying to do something nice for you, receive it. So the next time I come, I'm going to get the chicken shawarma. They had that chicken marinating and it looked so good. But let me go home, eat, take my shower, and we have a meeting with TJ's teachers. Hey y'all, so I just pulled up at Blue City Thrift. I haven't been in this thrift store in years. I'm so excited, girl. Let me tell you, I went here in my early 20s and this was like a kind of expensive thrift store to me, and it used to be so many things I wanted but I had to put back because I couldn't afford it at the time. So I'm just excited. It's crazy to think that at a time in my early 20s, when I used to come to this thrift store, it was so many things that I had to put back because I simply couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford these things in this thrift store. And just to be back here knowing that, girl, I don't have to do that is such a blessing. And just, anywho, let's go inside and see what they have. I hope it's still as good as I remember. So I only spent $12, and I'll show y'all what I got when I get back to the house. I was just thinking, when it comes to thrift stores, the energy, sometimes it's like a lot of emotions. If I allow myself to feel, I allowed myself to feel when I went in this thrift store. You know, all I can think of is that this once belonged to other families. It carries a story. It carries memories. These are items that somebody especially picked out for their home, for themselves, and they adored it. And things happen where we give it up or death occurs, and that's the end of the story. But not really, because it gives the next owner an opportunity to appreciate it and put more memories into it. I don't know, but it was just, did y'all see the pictures of the woman who was married, and then it was like another like headshot of her? And it just made me think, why didn't her family take those photos out? They just gave it away. And it's like, you know, Maybe they were in a hurry. Maybe it was just so many things over the decades that accumulated and they were overwhelmed and they just had to get rid of it. And it just makes me think, like, we're getting older. And we're never too young to put things in place just in case something happens to us. I was in the nail salon the other day and I was just looking at all of the women and I was like, we all have stories. Like, we just go on about life, handling our business, doing little things for ourselves. And, you know, I was just looking at how the nail shop was just full of women. And I was just thinking of all of their stories. Like, if we all just got together and just talked, it would be so much healing, connection, and yeah, I just felt emotional in a nail shop a week ago. Like, girl, I can be such a crybaby. And just, I'm the type of person, when I think about stuff, I tend to focus on the part that people overlook or don't think much about. I don't know if y'all ever did a human design. When it comes to knowing your human design, it's life-changing. So I am a projector. And in therapy, my therapist told me that I am, let me think of the word, called high interpersonal sensitivity. And, you know, I wasn't shocked when she said that because I'm a projector. Like, my human design tells me that I am a projector. A projector is the same thing as a person who has high interpersonal sensitivity. So I'm the type of person where I can really, really feel. Most people might say it's an empath, but it's kind of like an empath. I think we all kind of have empathy as humans. I'm gonna have to rewatch some videos and explain it. It's just something that I can feel, but it just makes sense. It's like the story of my life. I could be, you can either let that break you or use it as a superpower. When you are letting it break you, that's when you are letting anxiety and overthinking get in the best of you. And sometimes that can happen, but also just, it can protect you. Like, you can easily read a person's energy. You can know when you are not emotionally safe. You're able to pick up certain things that most people don't. So look up your human design, y'all, because it tells you a lot. So I'm currently in East Memphis, and that's about, I don't take the expressway. This is going to be like a 40-minute drive back home. I'm going to go get me another gyro. Yeah, I was so nervous that, and I said baklava is baklava. I was nervous that the baklava and the gyro was going to like make me gain weight. Girl, I didn't lost weight, okay? But I have been walking like every day. I have been walking. And I don't try to get 10,000 steps because I feel like it's just not realistic to get 10,000 steps every day. As long as I get like over 8,300 steps on most days, I'm cool. I'm going to always aim over that, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I only get 8,200 steps. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not realistic to get 10,000 every day. We got to stop listening to the internet. Girl, we got to stop listening to the internet. But for the last 3-4 days, I have been getting over 10,000 steps. Let's go eat. I got a leg quarter over a bed of flavorful rice, a salad, pita bread, and hummus from the Mediterranean place. I didn't eat the bread or the hummus, and I ate a small amount of the rice. I've been enjoying doing my nature walks for over an hour every day. I've been going to different parks, and this is the main one I've been going to. Walking for me is not only a good form of exercising, but it's really good for my mental health. I walked so far that I went down to the main street and I decided to go inside of this Goodwill. It was super therapeutic and it also helped me get some extra steps in. This Goodwill had some really good things. I ended up falling in love with this little plate right here. I found out that you can hang it on a wall. I love this right here. It reminds me of the picture in my kitchen. I thought this was super cute as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I ended up coming days later to get some items that I saw here. I told myself I'm not gonna get anything, but girl, I just couldn't resist. So the previous plate that you saw with the elephant, I came back and got that. A phase in my life where I'm just loving where I'm at mentally. I love how I am prioritizing my hobbies and how I tie in my hobbies with self-care. So I'm always talking about self-care, and my main form of self-care is just making sure that my mental health is good, whatever that looks like. For me, it's just showing gratitude, it's getting out in nature, it's socializing, but also being mindful to take breaks so that I can recharge. Years ago, my favorite hobby was bar hopping. And it just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I can't be bar hopping and then going to the gym because it was interfering with my workouts. Like the older I got, the more it took, like the longer the recovery time. So I had to make a decision to just give alcohol a break. It's approaching 11 months and I didn't expect to go this long. But honestly, I have learned to do the same things I once enjoyed, but without alcohol. So I don't know when I'm going to go back. I'm really enjoying how I'm not drinking because if I decide I want to take an evening walk, I can just get up and go take a walk. I don't have to worry about thinking to myself, oh, I just had me a glass of wine. I really can't go walking or I don't feel like it. Like I just can get up and just go walking or go thrifting or just go window shopping or whatever it is. While I was in here, I saw a lot of things that I remember growing up, like decorations from the 2000s, and this just reminds me that time waits for no one. It's crazy to see that things from the early 2000s are now considered vintage. This is just reminding me that time waits for no one. I'm a person where I love art, I love decor, and so this is just reminding me of how things used to be. We used to have more color and personality with our home decor, but now everything is so neutral. It's like furniture and decorations had more personality and more color back in the day. And honestly, I missed it. I think that's why I've been enjoying going to the thrift store so much more lately. Reminds me of the loved ones that I used to live with or I used to go visit. Just certain lamps and couches and home decor reminds me of their home. It reminds me of my childhood and growing up. And it just reminded me that we're getting older. Anyway, I have been enjoying my nature walks. Hey y'all, so I just pulled up at this Arts and Crafts Festival and Farmers Market here in Hernando, Mississippi. It's about 20 minutes out from where I live. I'm excited to be here because on social media, it looks like they really have some good stuff. So come on, let's go see what we can find. I have a $80 budget, okay, because less is more. We don't need to just be buying stuff. I really like simplicity. When you are constantly buying stuff, that's more maintenance, that's more clutter. So yeah, $80 budget, and most of it is going to go on like food. Okay, so I know it's crazy that I was saying less is more and that I like simplicity, especially considering the fact that I went to the thrift store days later to get items that I saw that I liked. But what I mean by simplicity is like little things like this. These are the trinkets and mugs, things like that. I don't want to add a lot of that into my house because it really does causes clutter. However, when it comes to decor, things that I can put on my wall or little accent pieces that I can add on my shelves and stuff, I don't mind adding that in. I'm also wanting to replace any modern decorations I have and replace it with things from the 2000s, because that has been my vibe lately and that's what makes me happy. I don't know if you all remember the home interior magazines. It probably came out before the 2000s, but that's the time that I grew up, and my mom used to have a lot of the home interior magazines, and I used to go through them, and I just love the decor. And so I'm seeing so many of the items from home interior magazine in thrift stores now, and I'm wanting to swap out everything that I have in my home for the home interior magazine items that I find in the thrift store. I want to swap out everything, but I do want to kind of replace some of the things I have. So that's kind of what I'm doing subconsciously. I didn't even realize that that's what I'm doing, but I've been trying to find the home interior magazines on eBay, specifically from the early 2000s. When I was younger, I used to take those magazines and flip through them, find different items I liked, and I would cut them out, glue them on a poster or a sheet of paper, and just look at them and just pretend that that was my room. I just always loved home decor, fashion, and art. Also used to do some sketching when it came to fashion, and I wanted to be either a home interior designer or fashion designer when I was growing up. So everything I got here was homemade ketchup, stroop waffles, peaches and strawberries, a beard kit for Terrence, 2 rings, and tamales. This is my definition of being outside. Pottery classes, farmers market, nature walks, art festivals, jewelry making classes. I will be attending one in the next few weeks. But yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm back. I only spent $50, which is good. They had a lot of vendors, a lot of booths, but a lot of the stuff was repetitive. It was like the same pottery, the same ceramics, the same like artwork and jewelry. So I didn't really see anything I was too much interested in. I wanted to spend a lot of money on food, like the farmers market side, but I asked one of the officers about the farmers market. He said it wasn't here today, but I was able to get some peaches and strawberries. But I wanted things like more, florals. I wanted like lettuce or collard greens, green leafy vegetables. I really thought I was going to be able to get a lot of this stuff, and these people are just parking all behind me. Girl, this is a disaster. I truly believe in putting in their work decades before, so that you can look good as you age. I also believe in utilizing that insurance. All right, so I went to my dermatologist in April. I just wanted some advice. I wanted to know what they had to say. I was going a year ago for laser hair, but anywho, I went and she was telling me the importance of using sunscreen because I have sunspots on my skin. I never used sunscreen. As much as my butt be outside in nature, I used to garden all the time in my 20s. I'm always outside walking. I never use sunscreen. You know what I used to use? Coconut oil, castor oil, and shea butter. The same day I went to go get the sunscreen, and the sunscreen I chose was Black Girl sunscreen. I put it on and I just noticed how it made my skin look after I put it on. It felt really greasy. I just didn't like it, but I'm like, hey, this is sunscreen. I need to try this. Now, I can say that a few months prior, I did try beef tallow. I don't like beef tallow for sunscreen. So I did the Black Girl sunscreen, didn't like how it felt. Went weeks still wearing it, and I really think that broke my skin out. I have like bumps coming in on my face, and I really think it is because of that sunscreen. It's that it leaves this like thick, greasy film on my face, and I just feel like that mixed with sweat, when you work out, and just when you moisturize, I just feel like it's too much and it's not for my skin. So I did some research and I found out about a mineral sunscreen. So the brand I chose was CeraVe Mineral SPF 50. Girl, something I'm put on the screen. That's what I chose, and I noticed a big difference when I just applied it on my skin. Really just trying to work on myself in all areas, in life so that I can just feel good as I get older. You know, I just feel like as women, the best thing we can do for ourselves is work on ourselves from the inside out. So if you have insurance, get a therapist. Get a therapist, because I really feel like the true beauty starts from the inside. And I've been reading this book. Well, I haven't been reading the book. I've come to the conclusion that I don't enjoy reading physical books anymore. I love audiobooks. But it's called We Are Frequency. And with this book, it just let us know that we are vibration, okay? And so how you choose to spend your life, how you choose to spend your day, depends on your frequency. And you know, frequency is what we eat, is what we listen to, it is what we visually take in, is who we surround ourselves by. And I really feel like that plays a part of, you know, your beauty. Things are so different in my life now. I'm so late to so many things because I lived a totally different life in my 20s and early 30s. I lived a completely different life. Of course, in my 20s, girl, I'm in my early 20s. 20, 21, I was kind of health conscious, but I wasn't the deep health conscious. I got deep health conscious like in my mid 20s, and like, girl, just all the time, you know, I just truly believed what I believe, and some of the things that I believe, I still believe, okay? But there's nothing wrong with incorporating, you know, other practices too. It's in this place now where it's like I'm more structured, or no, strategy. I just have strategies in place, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on now. And you know, it's crazy because if a person see me on YouTube and they followed me on TikTok or Instagram, it may catch them off guard because of how I lived my life for so long. I lived it out loud. It's my business. And like I said, it's still very much so a part of my life. But girl, I'm at Ulta right now because I'm finna try to find me some type of face products. Like I said, certain things just don't work for me anymore. My skin has changed and I'm relearning this new me. Okay, so it's interesting, and I'm just determined to learn what works for me. I leave here, I'm going to go do a walk. I've been walking every single day outside this week. I've been walking a minimum of 60 minutes, but on most days it's been 70. I think I reached about 80 minutes one time, but long as I get over 60 minutes, I'm cool. And if I don't get over 60 minutes, girl, it's okay, long as I'm moving my body. All right, y'all, so I just left out of Ulta, and when I was in there, the woman who was helping me, she was like, you look really familiar. She was like, what is your name on Instagram? And I told her, and she was like, I knew you looked familiar. She was like, I bought some PCOS tea from you before. It's always refreshing when I meet people who have supported my business and we can chit chat and kiki. First of all, I love meeting new women. Love meeting new people. I loved it. That's like one of my favorite things to do. I used to didn't be like this, but when I overcame social anxiety, I love meeting people. Like a good little conversation and stuff like that, and it was just really pleasant talking to her. And as I was leaving out, it just came to me, I need to reach out. I need to do some type of post on Facebook. Like, you know how different cities you're in, they have Facebook pages. I need to make a post and see if women who have PCOS, if they would like to get together and just like walk. Like, let's just walk and chit chat and, you know, chit chat, have girl talk and stuff like that. That'd be really, really fun. And then this would be a way for me to kind of like help women along the way. Like any information that I have, any questions that they might have about how I manage my PCOS and all that type of stuff, I would be happy to do that. That would mean a lot to me. So I'm thinking about making a post in a group and seeing how that goes. So I'll keep y'all posted on it. I'm really getting excited about doing it. I was actually talking to my therapist, like, I want to give back. But anyway, we are about to go to like this secondhand store because I have to find TJ some type of like stroller or wagon or something, because it's about to be summertime. We're not gonna be in the house, we're gonna be outside. And when it comes to taking TJ with us, Terrence and I have to alternate holding TJ's hand because he's a runner. He will just run out. All I know is we gonna be outside this summer. We're gonna be doing a lot of things. I ain't got time to be holding TJ hand. I ain't got time to be chasing TJ. And TJ like to take his shoes and his socks off. So let's go ahead and go to the store and hopefully we can find TJ something. I told myself that 10,000 steps was unrealistic to reach every day for me, but I went over 10,000 steps every day this week without trying. So I have my Hokas on today, but the other days I wore my Brooks and I wore the Air Max yesterday. I forget what number. And I'm honestly thinking I like the Air Max and the Hokas. No, the Air Max and the Brooks better. And the reason I say that the 10,000 steps wasn't realistic for me every day is because I did it so much last year. But I wasn't going a lot of places. I would just pretty much get my steps in at the house and at a park or my neighborhood. But now that I'm going more places, it's easy for me to reach 10K. But my goal every day is over 85K. No, not 85K, girl. 8,500. Something I'm noticing too is that walking is beginning to feel like an addiction. It's like around the same time every day, my body just craves to come out to walk. Do y'all believe in transfer addiction? Because for a minute, I was drinking coffee almost every day. Now that I'm not drinking coffee, I've been walking over an hour every day. So it's like, okay, now that I'm not drinking coffee, my body is addicted to walking. Ooh, girl, usually I don't come through here when it's hot, just when it's cold. Let's hope nothing pops out. Oh my God. I'm finna turn around. I gotta stop talking to people while they have. I think I'd be killing their vibe. So it was a couple walking and I was asking them which way they were finna go because I was gonna follow them. Because I didn't want to walk through the woods part by myself. I wasn't gonna talk to them. It's just they was us, you know, they was this color. So I'm like, I'm gonna walk with y'all this way. Anyway, girl, just that simple question, I really think I killed their vibe. And then I was trying to tell them, because I could tell they didn't know which way they wanted to go. I was trying to tell them that the way they were going is going to be like a steep hill. And they were just like, oh, okay. I said, let me be quiet. So I am. Say hey. Yeah. I'm finishing up my walk in the neighborhood. And as you can see, I can't let TJ hand go because he will start running off. TJ, say bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
That's right, bye. Everything I got from the thrift store. I got this picture frame. It was like $4. It is a, what was it, 11 by 13 or 8 by 10, but it's so nice. It's in really good condition. This is what I got from Goodwill for I think $3. And like my little Paris theme stuff, it goes with this plates right here. I had a similar plate for years and TJ broke it, so I got this for about $2 or $3. Coasters probably for about $2. I got this decorative candle that's gonna go in my bathroom for about I think $2 or $3. And this lamp was I think $4. So that's everything I got. this is how many steps I got for today.